Top 20 celebrities that are supposedly in the Illuminati.
This one? Yeah, my party trick.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is.
Ever wonder if Hollywood's biggest stars are hiding something darker beneath the glitz and glam? Some claim the world's most powerful celebrities are part of a secret society pulling the strings behind closed doors. From jaw-dropping symbols to strange confessions and eerie coincidences, the evidence has fueled endless speculation. Are these megastars really members of the mysterious Illuminati, or is it all just wild imagination? Get ready to question everything you thought you knew about fame and power as we uncover the top 20 celebrities that are supposedly in the Illuminati. Who's really calling the shots? Let's find out. Katy Perry. Katy Perry's rise to global superstardom comes with catchy pop anthems and persistent rumors of secret society ties. The most provocative claim that the Dark Horse singer is an Illuminati insider. But what's behind the speculation? Theories swirled after Perry's 2014 music video for Dark Horse, where she embodied an Egyptian queen surrounded by pyramids and all-seeing eye symbols reminiscent of the Eye of Horus. The occult motifs in her 2014 Grammy performance added fuel to the fire, prompting outlets like InfoWars to label her an Illuminati priestess. Some conspiracy theorists even accuse Perry of performing satanic rituals disguised as pop concerts. But are these claims anything more than sensational conjecture? The evidence is primarily subjective, often hinging on symbolic imagery and Perry's flirtation with mystical aesthetics. Critics argue that her elaborate visuals simply make for great entertainment, while others believe they mask a deeper allegiance to an elite order. Katy has addressed the rumors, often with humor. "If the Illuminati exists, I want to be invited to that," she joked in an interview. Still, the intrigue remains as conservative commentators and conspiracy theorists interpret her success and imagery as more than coincidence. In the end, these theories highlight our cultural obsession with the idea of hidden powers.
Extremely nihilistic, pro-death, pit of hell type garbage. That's my view on it.
Whether or not Perry's persona was intentionally crafted to evoke Illuminati whispers, the speculation has undeniably added a layer of mystique to her pop legacy, cementing her as a performer who knows how to keep the world guessing. Will Smith made global headlines in 2022 for slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars, but some saw more than just a heated response to a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith. Conspiracy theorists claim the incident was an Illuminati initiation ritual for Chris Rock. Yet, as with many celebrity Illuminati rumors, these ideas rest on speculation rather than fact. Theories like these surfaced almost immediately after the Oscars, alleging deeper, hidden motives for what most viewers saw as a personal and impulsive act. However, there is no established link between Smith and the Illuminati, and no prior history of such accusations. The notion of a ritual lacks any credible backing, existing solely as a product of internet chatter. Smith himself has never addressed these conspiracies directly, but his focus on self-reflection and repairing his reputation suggests how damaging the incident has been. "I was out of line and I was wrong," Smith said in his apology, emphasizing personal accountability over any imagined secret society connections. The appeal of these theories lies in their sensational nature and our collective fascination with the idea of elite control. However, the slap ultimately harmed Smith's image more than it supported claims of Illuminati influence. By focusing on a singular event and ignoring broader context, these theories reveal more about our cultural obsession with hidden power than about Smith himself. In the end, the incident remains a dramatic human moment, not a gateway to conspiracy. Chrissy Teigen's playful and candid social media presence has landed her in many controversies, but one flight fiasco tweet took things to a bizarre new level, sparking rumors of Illuminati ties. When her plane to Tokyo had to return to Los Angeles under mysterious circumstances, she shared, "Why did we all get sent back for a flight we all have tickets on? I'm legit going crazy." Conspiracy theorists didn't miss a beat, twisting the confusion into wild stories that Teigen was evading arrest or involved in a secret society operation. Despite no arrests, charges, or credible evidence linking Teigen to the Illuminati, the theories went viral, relying entirely on the ambiguity of her tweet. Speculation quickly ballooned with claims about her elite connections and allegations of shadowy crimes, but the accusations remain unfounded, highlighting how easily social media can fuel baseless conspiracies. Teigen herself has mocked these rumors, dismissing them as laughable. Yet the intrigue endures, fed by our fascination with the notion of a hidden power controlling the famous and influential. This episode illustrates the massive impact of online speculation, transforming an innocent celebrity post into an alleged Illuminati cover-up. Teigen's experience serves as a cautionary tale. In the digital age, even the most mundane events can be spun into grandiose, unfounded stories that live on, regardless of how absurd they may be. Kesha. Kesha's wild, rebellious pop persona and music videos overflowing with occult symbols have made her a target for conspiracy theorists. In hits like Die Young and Crazy Kids, Kesha's visuals include pentagrams, all-seeing eyes, and other elements often linked to the Illuminati mythos. One detail that keeps fans buzzing: the eye tattoo she sports on her palm, frequently pointed to as a sign of secret society allegiance. Adding fuel to the fire, Kesha has joked about the rumors herself, once quipping, "I'm the leader of the Illuminati," in a tongue-in-cheek response. Yet despite the playful self-references, there's no serious evidence connecting her to any clandestine organization. Theories hinge entirely on the use of symbolic imagery, which is common in pop culture, especially for artists who embrace themes of rebellion and mysticism. Kesha's provocative visuals and humor amplify these conspiracies, but they're more likely nods to the cultural obsession with the Illuminati than signs of actual membership. In reality, these symbols serve to enhance her mystique and underline her image as an artist who embraces edgy, otherworldly aesthetics. Ultimately, the intrigue surrounding Kesha demonstrates how easily artistic expression is interpreted as evidence of something deeper. While her music videos keep the conversation alive, they offer no proof beyond the surface, just clever visuals and a knowing wink to those eager to believe in secret societies. Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X is no stranger to controversy, and his provocative use of satanic imagery has sparked a wave of Illuminati speculation. From his Montero, Call Me By Your Name, music video, where he famously gives a lap dance to the devil, to his infamous Satan Shoes collaboration featuring drops of human blood, conspiracy theorists have latched onto these moments as supposed proof of secret society ties. However, as with many artists accused of Illuminati affiliation, there's no concrete evidence linking Lil Nas X to any real-world elite organization. The theories thrive on the shock value of his imagery, which he uses to challenge societal norms and provoke conversations around queer identity and religious dogma. I spent my entire teenage years hating myself because of the y'all preached would happen to me because I was gay, Lil Nas X explained, emphasizing the deeply personal meaning behind his art. Critics and conspiracy enthusiasts, however, interpret these artistic choices as deliberate nods to satanic or Illuminati symbolism. Yet it's crucial to remember that the allure of these symbols often serves as a powerful form of cultural commentary rather than a hidden allegiance. Ultimately, the debates surrounding Lil Nas X highlight how symbolism in music is frequently interpreted through a lens of fear or fascination with the occult. His work keeps the conversation going, but lacks any verifiable ties to shadowy organizations, emphasizing his knack for blending shock with social critique. Ready for an unforgettable adventure? Drop number 1 in the comments if you're in it for the long haul. Trust me, you won't want to miss the surprises ahead in this video. LeBron James. LeBron James is one of the greatest basketball players of all time, but even he isn't immune to bizarre Illuminati conspiracy theories. Among the so-called evidence are his occasional fashion choices, like wearing a shirt emblazoned with the all-seeing eye, and his high-profile friendship with Jay-Z, who's also frequently rumored to be tied to the secret society. Some conspiracy theorists have even pointed to LeBron's iconic chalk toss ritual, claiming it's a sign of conjuring demons rather than a simple pre-game superstition. Yet, these interpretations are based more on imagination than reality. Despite endless speculation, there is no credible evidence linking LeBron to the Illuminati. What keeps these theories alive? Much of it stems from how easily mundane actions and pop culture references can be twisted to fit an existing narrative. As a global superstar with immense influence, LeBron is a natural target for those who believe that elite figures must be connected to hidden powers. But beyond weak associations and symbolic interpretations, the accusations fall apart. LeBron himself has not addressed these rumors directly, likely because they don't deserve serious attention. His career and philanthropy speak for themselves, making the idea of an Illuminati connection seem even more absurd. In the end, these theories say more about the human tendency to find patterns than they do about LeBron, illustrating how everyday gestures can be sensationalized into grand conspiracies. Billie Eilish's eerie, evocative visuals and unapologetically dark themes have sparked endless Illuminati rumors. A prime example is her "All the Good Girls Go to Hell" music video, where she plummets from the sky like a fallen angel covered in tar and dancing in a fiery landscape. To conspiracy theorists, this imagery suggests an allegiance to secret societies or demonic forces. Despite these claims, there is no solid evidence linking Eilish to the Illuminati. The theories rely solely on interpretations of her artistic choices, not on verifiable facts. Billie herself has dismissed such baseless speculation about her intentions. "I'm literally just making art," she said in an interview, emphasizing that her music and visuals are expressions of creativity, not cryptic messages from a hidden order. Eilish's provocative aesthetics are often meant to address complex issues like climate change or to evoke a feeling, not to signal secret affiliations. Yet the mix of religious and apocalyptic symbolism in her work makes her a prime target for conspiracy enthusiasts who see hidden meanings where none exist. These theories ultimately reflect society's fascination with the idea of secret power. Billie's unsettling imagery may be thought-provoking, but it's not a ticket into the Illuminati. The lack of any real evidence, combined with Eilish's own clarification of her art, shows how easily creative expression can be twisted into grand conspiracy narratives, an intriguing yet unfounded part of her mystique. Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj's superstardom, coupled with her bold persona and alter egos, has made her a prime target for wild conspiracy theories. Some claim that her rapid rise to fame and her use of multiple personalities, like Roman Zelensky, are signs of Illuminati control or even MK Ultra mind control experiments. Theories have even bizarrely linked Minaj to Whitney Houston's death, despite there being no credible evidence to support such claims. Conspiracy theorists point to Nicki's eccentric performances and lyrics, alleging that they're filled with hidden messages. Her alter egos are viewed as signs of possession or a fractured psyche, supposedly manipulated by secretive, powerful forces. Yet Minaj has openly explained her use of alter egos as creative expressions, stating, "I feel like Roman is a crazy boy who lives in me," describing it as a way to unleash her energy and fury in her art. None of these theories hold up to scrutiny. They often exploit unrelated events or personal tragedies to create sensational stories, with no tangible evidence connecting Minaj to the Illuminati or MKUltra. Instead, these narratives demonstrate a broader cultural tendency to invent elaborate backstories for successful celebrities, fueled by a mix of fascination and paranoia. In reality, the conspiracy theories surrounding Nicki are more about society's penchant for myth-making than any hidden truths. Her use of shocking imagery and characters serves to entertain and provoke, not to hint at secret allegiances. Her career, built on talent and reinvention, stands apart from the baseless rumors trying to overshadow it. Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage, with his legendary eccentricity and eclectic film roles, has become the subject of some of the wildest conspiracy theories around. The most famous, that Cage is an immortal vampire or tied to the Illuminati. The speculation started when a 19th century photograph surfaced of a man who bears an uncanny resemblance to Cage, sparking claims that he's lived through centuries. Adding to the intrigue is Cage's decision to purchase a pyramid-shaped mausoleum in New Orleans, interpreted by conspiracy enthusiasts as a nod to Illuminati symbolism. Yet there's no serious evidence suggesting Cage is either immortal or involved with any secret society. Theories hinge on superficial coincidences and the actor's penchant for making offbeat, theatrical choices. Cage himself seems unfazed by the rumors. "I don't drink blood, and the last time I looked in the mirror, I had a reflection," he once joked, embracing the bizarre with his trademark humor. His pyramid tomb is more a reflection of his love for the mysterious and the historic, rather than proof of secret allegiances. Ultimately, the fascination with Cage illustrates how individual quirks and public eccentricities can fuel elaborate theories. The supposed evidence amounts to playful speculation, stories that highlight our desire to make sense of the unconventional in captivating ways. While Cage's life remains colorful and unconventional, it's far from the shadowy intrigue of the Illuminati or supernatural immortality. Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber's every move seems to attract scrutiny, but conspiracy theories about his involvement with the Illuminati take things to the next level. Among the most cited evidence are his owl tattoo, a symbol commonly associated with wisdom but twisted into a supposed Illuminati sign, and his frequent use of the AOK hand gesture, interpreted as a covert nod to secret societies. The rumors go even further, with some claiming that Bieber was replaced by a clone following a serious car crash. These theories have no basis in reality and are fueled by recycled narratives common in the world of celebrity conspiracies. Despite Bieber's repeated denials of Illuminati connections, some claim that his dismissals are merely disinformation. Bieber has often responded to the constant speculation about his life with humor and disbelief. In one interview, he questioned the very idea, saying, "Why would I be involved in something like that?" Yet the theories persist, thriving on symbolism that is widespread in pop culture and often misinterpreted. The fascination with these theories underscores how easily celebrity rumors can escalate. Simple symbols like an owl tattoo are assigned sinister meanings, and outrageous ideas like cloning are clung to by conspiracy believers. In Bieber's case, the combination of fame, personal reinventions, and pop symbolism has proven to be fertile ground for fantastical stories, which, despite lacking credible evidence, continue to captivate those drawn to tales of hidden influence and dark conspiracies. Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus's infamous 2013 VMA performance, complete with provocative dancing, foam fingers, and unapologetic shock value, ignited a wave of conspiracy theories. Conservative commentators labeled her behavior satanic and demonic, while others suggested she had been brainwashed by the government's MKUltra mind control program. But as eye-catching as her performance was, these claims have no basis in reality. The theories are rooted in subjective interpretations of her artistic choices, which often push boundaries and challenge societal norms. Critics point to her transformation from Disney Channel sweetheart to rebellious pop icon as proof of Illuminati influence or mind control. Yet there is no credible evidence linking Cyrus to these shadowy organizations, and the accusations lean heavily on moral judgments rather than facts. Miley herself has addressed the backlash with a mixture of defiance and humor, emphasizing her embrace of freedom and self-expression. "I'm not really scared of anything," she said, highlighting her intent to be bold and authentic rather than a puppet of any supposed secret society. This case highlights how performance art can be misconstrued, especially when it defies conventional standards of decency or femininity. Theories about Cyrus rely on the discomfort she creates in viewers, rather than any actual proof. Her journey from Hannah Montana to a fearless, boundary-pushing artist is better understood as an evolution of personal and artistic identity than a descent into Illuminati darkness. As with many celebrity conspiracies, the story is more a reflection of societal anxieties than hidden truths. Was Miley's performance a bold statement or a sign of something sinister? Comment yes if you think it was just art, or no if you believe there's more to it. Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift's career has been filled with record-breaking achievements, but even she has not escaped the internet's wildest conspiracy theories. One of the most absurd claims suggests that Swift is a clone of Zena LaVey, the daughter of Church of Satan founder Anton LaVey. This theory is based entirely on a supposed physical resemblance between the two women and lacks any factual or scientific basis. The idea stems from conspiracy theorists' fascination with cloning and Illuminati lore. They argue that Swift's mainstream success and massive influence could only be possible through ties to secret societies. Yet no credible evidence supports the notion that cloning is involved, let alone that Swift has any connection to the occult or shadowy organizations. Taylor has never addressed these bizarre accusations, perhaps because they are so outlandish. Instead, her focus remains on her artistry and engagement with fans, where she often pokes fun at the many rumors about her life. In reality, this theory exemplifies how superficial similarities can fuel imaginative and baseless stories. The fascination with Swift as an Illuminati clone highlights the broader cultural impulse to create sensational narratives around celebrities. These theories offer no logical explanations and rely purely on physical appearance, demonstrating just how far some are willing to stretch to make headlines or find patterns in randomness. Ultimately, the story is more about our obsession with fame and hidden secrets than any believable conspiracy involving the midnight superstar. Madonna. Madonna, the queen of pop and a master of reinvention, has long been rumored to be connected to the Illuminati. Critics point to her iconic cone bra from the 1990s and lyrics mentioning secret societies as proof. In her song Illuminati, she sings, "It's not Jay-Z and Beyonce, it's not Nicki or LeBron," playfully dismissing the conspiracies while listing famous names often tied to the myth. Yet conspiracy theorists interpret these lines as sophisticated disinformation meant to distract from her supposed Illuminati affiliation. Her extensive knowledge of Illuminati history and symbolism in her performances have only added to the speculation. Theories hinge on Madonna's provocative fashion choices and bold statements, framing her as someone using cultural power to shape or hide truths about secret societies. However, as with most celebrity conspiracies, these claims lack any substantial evidence. The narrative depends on subjective interpretations of her artistry and the belief that her denials are part of a deception strategy. Madonna has never shied away from controversy, often using it to challenge societal norms and provoke thought, rather than secretly signal hidden allegiances. Her case illustrates how celebrity statements and stylistic choices can be twisted to fit pre-existing conspiracy narratives. Despite the wild stories, the theories reveal more about society's need to mythologize powerful figures than any genuine Illuminati links. Madonna remains an artist pushing boundaries, not a shadowy mastermind pulling society's strings. The persistence of these theories shows just how deeply rooted and compelling the idea of hidden influence has become in popular culture. Britney Spears. Britney Spears' tumultuous journey from teen pop sensation to global superstar has made her the subject of countless conspiracy theories. Some of the most persistent claim that Britney was a victim of Illuminati mind control, allegedly due to her Disney upbringing and her infamous 2007 public breakdown. When she dramatically shaved her head, conspiracy theorists saw it as a desperate act of rebellion against shadowy handlers supposedly controlling her. These claims, however, have no evidence to back them up. Theories about Britney being subjected to mind control or connected to secret societies rest purely on speculation and misinterpretation of her personal struggles. Her very human moments of crisis have been exploited to construct a narrative about sinister forces, despite the complete lack of credible links to the Illuminati or government programs like MKUltra. Britney's breakdown was widely reported as a response to immense personal and professional pressure, a reality far removed from any fantastical conspiracy. The #Free Britney movement, which gained momentum in recent years, focused on the abuse she endured under her conservatorship, a real-life situation that required no secret society to explain. These narratives illustrate how celebrity behavior is often pathologized, with sensational explanations overshadowing the more mundane but painful truths of fame and mental health struggles. Britney's case demonstrates our cultural impulse to mythologize and sensationalize, turning public pain into tales of conspiracy, despite the overwhelming lack of factual support. Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga's avant-garde fashion, bold performances, and unwavering support for LGBTQ+ rights have made her a lightning rod for Illuminati conspiracy theories. Critics claim her use of symbolism, like covering one eye, a gesture often tied to the all-seeing eye, signals allegiance to secret powers. Even her affectionate nickname for her fan base, Little Monsters, has been scrutinized as a tactic to promote mindless robotic vacuity, supposedly serving a hidden agenda. Yet these claims remain unfounded. Gaga's aesthetic choices and social activism are seen by many as deliberate acts of artistic expression, designed to challenge norms and inspire self-acceptance. Her performances blend theatricality with themes of fame, identity, and freedom, rather than hinting at any hidden allegiance. "I'm just trying to change the world one sequin at a time," she once said, emphasizing her mission to uplift rather than control. Theories about Gaga are often fueled by conservative backlash against her non-normative behavior and gender-bending style. However, no credible evidence ties her to the Illuminati. The supposed proof relies on selective readings of her work and a discomfort with her subversive approach to fame and gender politics. In reality, the intrigue around Lady Gaga showcases how easily provocative art and activism can be twisted into conspiratorial narratives. Her influence comes from talent and bold messaging, not from a mythical secret society. These theories highlight society's struggle to understand and accept artists who break boundaries and challenge the status quo, preferring sensational stories over genuine engagement. Kanye West. Kanye West's career, marked by groundbreaking music and equally controversial public behavior, has made him a favorite subject for Illuminati conspiracy theorists. Claims about Kanye's supposed ties to the secretive group cite his frequent use of symbolic imagery like the Eye of Horus necklace and the triangle hand gestures seen in some of his performances. Even his notorious interruption of Taylor Swift at the 2009 VMAs has been twisted into a bizarre Illuminati power move. Despite these accusations, there is no credible evidence to suggest Kanye has any real connection to the Illuminati. Theories rest on interpretations of common symbols used throughout pop culture and on Kanye's history of shocking the public with bold and unpredictable actions. His denials of Illuminati involvement are often dismissed as disinformation, further fueling the speculative fire. Kanye himself has spoken out about the absurdity of these rumors. "I'm tired of people saying, 'I'm in the Illuminati.' It's ridiculous," he remarked in an interview, addressing the baseless nature of the claims. His art often revolves around themes of spirituality, fame, and power, but these explorations are far from secret society endorsements. The persistence of these theories reflects a cultural tendency to attribute ulterior motives to celebrities, especially those as polarizing as Kanye. His penchant for drama and flair makes him an ideal figure for conspiracy, but in reality these narratives highlight how society struggles to interpret controversial public figures. The stories are more about our fascination with hidden agendas than anything based in truth. Eminem. Eminem, the legendary rapper known for pushing lyrical boundaries, has become the subject of one of the more bizarre celebrity conspiracy theories, that he was replaced by an Illuminati clone. Believers point to changes in his appearance, such as a slightly altered hairline, and a noticeable evolution in his musical style as evidence of a swap orchestrated by a shadowy elite group. Yet these claims are based purely on superficial observations and misunderstandings of artistic growth. As Eminem has aged, it's only natural that his looks and creative direction have shifted. His more introspective and mature themes in later albums reflect personal evolution, not a secretive cloning agenda. The theory lacks any scientific basis or credible support, relying instead on cherry-picked details to create an illusion of mystery. Eminem himself has never addressed these wild accusations directly, likely because they border on the absurd. His career has always been marked by reinvention, from his early Slim Shady persona to his more reflective albums like Recovery and Music to Be Murdered By. These shifts are indicative of a complex artist maturing over time, not a hidden Illuminati plot. Ultimately, the Eminem clone theory exemplifies how physical and creative changes can be misinterpreted by those looking for deeper conspiracies. It highlights the human tendency to search for fantastical explanations behind natural aging and creative transformation, even when the simplest explanation is simply that Eminem has evolved as both a person and an artist. Rihanna. Rihanna's bold fashion choices, catchy hits, and powerful presence in the music industry have sparked endless Illuminati rumors. Conspiracy theorists love to point out her use of pyramid symbols, hand gestures covering one eye, and tabloid headlines calling her the Princess of the Illuminati, as supposed proof of her secret society ties. Even a sarcastic remark where she joked about being a devil worshipper has been taken as a genuine confession. However, these claims have no basis in reality. The evidence is drawn from common symbols in pop culture and Rihanna's own sense of humor, which is often provocative. In her performances and music videos, the use of eye and pyramid imagery is an intentional part of her artistic brand, crafted to evoke mystery and intrigue, not to hint at hidden allegiances. Rihanna herself has never seriously engaged with these accusations, likely because they're so far-fetched. "If I were in the Illuminati, why would I even talk about it?" she joked during an interview, emphasizing the absurdity of the claims. Her art often plays with themes of power and rebellion, which can be misinterpreted by those searching for conspiracies. The persistence of these theories reflects the public's fascination with the idea of celebrity influence extending to secret, elite organizations. In reality, Rihanna's use of symbolism is just that, symbolism meant to provoke thought and complement her fearless public image. Her playful self-references and bold artistic expression have simply provided fertile ground for conspiracy enthusiasts. Beyonce and Jay-Z. As two of the most influential figures in music and pop culture, Beyonce and Jay-Z have long been the subjects of Illuminati conspiracy theories. The power couple's immense success, strategic branding, and frequent use of symbolic imagery in their work have led some to speculate that they are not just industry leaders, but secret members of an elite society pulling the strings behind the scenes. Theories often cite Jay-Z's use of the rock hand symbol, a triangle shape often linked to his Rockefeller Records brand, but interpreted by conspiracy theorists as the Illuminati pyramid. Similarly, Beyoncé's visuals, from her pyramid-shaped stage setups to scenes in music videos where she covers one eye, are taken as signs of occult symbolism. Their music videos, such as Apeshit, which features imagery shot in the Louvre, are seen as further proof of their supposed secret society ties, with interpretations revolving around themes of power and influence. Despite these claims, there is no credible evidence linking Beyoncé or Jay-Z to the Illuminati. The symbols they use are tied to their brand identities and artistic expression, not clandestine societies. Jay-Z has addressed the rumors with humor, stating, "It's just that people can't fathom that we've worked so hard to get where we are." Beyoncé has also referred to the accusations as laughable, emphasizing her focus on empowering Black culture and exploring spiritual themes. These theories reflect a fascination with the power and mystique of the Carters. Their strategic use of symbolism has only heightened their allure, but the narratives around them rely on speculation rather than fact. In reality, their artistry and influence are products of vision, talent, and business acumen, not secret society affiliations. The persistence of these theories showcases how fame and influence are often conflated with imagined conspiracies. So what do you think? Are these celebrities really part of the Illuminati, or is it just a thrilling illusion created by fame and symbolism? Whether you believe the theories or not, one thing's for sure. The power of influence and mystery keeps us fascinated. Maybe the real lesson here is to always look deeper and question the stories we're told, but also to remember that sometimes things aren't as sinister as they seem. If top 20 celebrities that ruined their careers with one interview.
Be really honest right now, I'm not. I know I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't have to think about it. I'm not a rude person. I'm not an unkind or mean person.
They had it all, fame, fortune, and the world at their feet. But one interview, one careless, shocking moment, turned their lives upside down. From jaw-dropping confessions to outrageous insults, these celebrities made headlines for all the wrong reasons. What went so horribly wrong? And how did their words spark career-ending controversies that still haunt them today? You won't believe how quickly things unraveled. So buckle up as we count down the top 20 stars who went from A-list to infamy, all because they couldn't control their mouths. Are you ready to discover the power and danger of a single statement? Billie Bush. In October 2016, the world watched in shock as a career crumbled in the wake of a hot mic conversation from 2005. Billie Bush, then a co-host on The Today Show, found himself at the center of a storm when the Access Hollywood tape surfaced. In the leaked footage, Bush was seen laughing along with Donald Trump as the future president bragged about his ability to grope and kiss women without their consent.
On her, actually. You know, she was down in Palm Beach. I moved on her, and I failed. I'll admit it.
Whoa.
I did try and her. She was married.
It's huge news there.
Bush's response, laughter and enthusiastic agreement, along with remarks that came off as egging Trump on. The fallout was immediate. Critics lambasted Bush for his complicity in the conversation. The tape wasn't just a scandal. It struck a cultural nerve during a pivotal moment of reckoning with sexual harassment in Hollywood and beyond. Bush's demeanor, his perceived encouragement of Trump's lewd remarks, was seen as a profound lapse in judgment, especially for someone representing a major morning news show. NBC swiftly suspended Bush, and within days he resigned from The Today Show. Despite subsequent attempts at public contrition, including an interview on Good Morning America where he admitted, "I was ashamed and embarrassed the damage was done." His reputation had taken a massive hit, and opportunities in mainstream broadcasting largely dried up. Though Bush later re-emerged in television, his career never returned to its former heights. The incident remains a cautionary tale of how a single conversation, compounded by a failure to challenge unacceptable behavior, can derail even the most promising of careers. 5 Seconds of Summer. In December 2015, Australian pop-rock band 5 Seconds of Summer, 5SOS, faced an unprecedented backlash after an explosive interview with Rolling Stone turned their reputation upside down. The feature was packed with provocative quotes and self-aggrandizing statements that left even their most loyal fans stunned. "We're the biggest band in the world," declared lead guitarist Michael Clifford, drawing an unflattering comparison to the Beatles. But it wasn't just the hyperbole that set off alarms. It was the dismissive tone towards their own fan base that truly ignited controversy. The interview took a darker turn when the band criticized the American Music Awards and artists like Justin Bieber, comments that seemed to lack both tact and humility. Their harshness was compounded by the band's decision to pose nude for the magazine cover, a move that many saw as an immature publicity stunt rather than a celebration of their rock star image. The backlash was immediate and severe. Fans and critics flooded social media, accusing the band of arrogance and a lack of respect for the very supporters who had propelled them to stardom. Publications called out their remarks as ill-timed and damaging. Their bad boy image wasn't charming anymore. It came off as an unearned ego trip. In the years following, 5SOS struggled to recover the momentum they'd built. While they eventually worked to repair their relationship with fans and mature their sound, the Rolling Stone interview remains a sore spot, a reminder of how quickly public favor can sour when youthful confidence turns into perceived arrogance. Paula Abdul. In January 2007, Paula Abdul's career took a dramatic downturn following an unforgettable and baffling appearance on a Seattle TV station. During a live interview promoting the 6th season of American Idol, Abdul seemed disoriented, slurring her words and swaying unsteadily. As she struggled to string together coherent thoughts, viewers couldn't help but wonder, was she intoxicated or was something else wrong?
Well, is that what it is? I was wondering, what is that?
The footage quickly went viral and the internet buzzed with theories about her state, cementing the moment as one of the most infamous in her career. Despite Abdul's insistence that she wasn't drunk, claiming exhaustion and technical difficulties as the cause of her erratic behavior, the public was skeptical. The incident spurred relentless speculation about her personal life and well-being, overshadowing her professional accomplishments. Media outlets and talk shows latched onto her erratic image, fueling rumors and further damaging her reputation. 2 years later, Abdul left American Idol, citing contract disputes, but many believed the viral interview and the ensuing negative publicity played a role in her diminishing presence on the show. Her departure marked a significant loss of visibility, and despite various comeback attempts, she never fully regained her former status in the entertainment industry. Abdul's 2007 interview remains a cautionary example of how a single live performance, especially in the age of viral media, can irrevocably shape public perception, turning a momentary lapse into a defining and damaging career event. The Chainsmokers. In September 2016, the Chainsmokers electronic music duo Andrew Taggart and Alex Paul made headlines for all the wrong reasons following a brash and controversial interview with Billboard. Riding high on their massive hits like Closer and Don't Let Me Down, they openly embraced their reputation as party-loving frat boys, but their candidness crossed a line that left many fans and industry observers shocked.
Everyone was making the same thing, and after a few years, it got really stale. And only a few people started breaking off from that and experimenting.
The most damaging part? The duo boasted about their promiscuous lifestyle, even casually admitting to cheating on their girlfriends. Even before success, "Why" was number one, Paul said, a comment that seemed more fitting for a college dorm room than an interview reaching millions. Their embrace of a stereotypical, hyper-masculine persona came off as not just immature but deeply insensitive. In a time when public figures were increasingly called to task for their behavior, the Chainsmokers' remarks felt tone-deaf and disrespectful. Backlash swiftly followed. Social media lit up with criticism, accusing the duo of being shallow and objectifying women. Some fans were alienated, disappointed that their favorite artists seemed more concerned with bragging about their conquests than celebrating their musical success. Though the Chainsmokers later tried to downplay the controversy, claiming their comments had been misinterpreted or taken out of context, the damage to their image lingered. While they continued to release chart-topping songs, that Billboard interview remains a stain on their reputation, a reminder of how brash overconfidence and a lack of self-awareness can tarnish even a superstar career. Join me on this journey and let's explore together. Comment number 1 to let me know you'll be watching till the end. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming up in this video. Prince Andrew. In November 2019, Prince Andrew's attempt to clear his name turned into a public relations disaster that effectively ended his career as a working royal. In a highly scrutinized interview with BBC's Newsnight conducted by Emily Maitlis, the Duke of York sought to address his controversial friendship with the late financier and convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. However, instead of quelling public outrage, his words only deepened the crisis.
Today, you've chosen to speak out for the first time. Why have you decided to talk now?
When asked about Virginia Giuffre, who accused him of sexual assault when she was a minor, Prince Andrew denied ever meeting her, even dismissing photographic evidence of the two together.
I have no recollection of ever meeting this lady. None whatsoever.
Even more bewildering, he claimed a medical condition prevented him from sweating, contradicting Giuffre's detailed account. Perhaps most shocking was his lack of remorse for associating with Epstein, whom he described as providing useful opportunities for networking, and his insistence that he didn't regret the friendship because of the things he learned. The backlash was immediate and brutal. Critics and the public were appalled by his apparent lack of empathy for Epstein's victims and his evasive, almost flippant demeanor. The interview fueled outrage on social media and dominated global headlines, casting a long shadow over the British monarchy. Within days, Prince Andrew announced he was stepping back from royal duties for the foreseeable future. Subsequent investigations and lawsuits kept his name mired in scandal, making a full rehabilitation of his public image nearly impossible. The Newsnight interview stands as a cautionary tale, a disastrously misjudged attempt at damage control that only amplified scrutiny, irreversibly damaging his reputation and legacy. Liam Neeson. In February 2019, Liam Neeson stunned the world with a jaw-dropping revelation during a promotional interview for his film, Cold Pursuit. While discussing the theme of revenge, Neeson shared a deeply disturbing story from his past. After learning that a close female friend had been raped, he roamed the streets for days, hoping to encounter and kill a black bastard. Though he emphasized feeling horrified and ashamed of his racist, violent impulse, the damage was immediate.
To get rid of this, and I'm not racist. This was nearly 40 years ago, but because I was brought up in, maybe I'm rabbiting on, Rob, so forgive me. I was brought up in the north of Ireland and brought up in the Trouble.
Outrage exploded across social media and in the press. Critics and activists accused Neeson of blatant racism, questioning his judgment in volunteering such a story. While some appreciated his willingness to confront the darkness in his past, the overwhelming reaction was one of disbelief and anger. Numerous commentators pointed out that sharing such a racially charged anecdote, especially without a more pointed message about racism, could embolden dangerous attitudes. Amid the backlash, Neeson quickly attempted damage control, appearing on television to clarify his comments and insist he was not a racist. Celebrities like Whoopi Goldberg defended his honesty, but the controversy lingered, putting a significant dent in his previously unblemished image. Although his career didn't completely collapse, Neeson's reputation took a hit, and the incident sparked broader discussions about race, accountability, and the consequences of public confessions. Even now, his candid yet troubling admission remains a haunting blemish on his public persona. Katherine Heigl. Katherine Heigl, once a Hollywood darling and Grey's Anatomy standout, triggered her own downfall with a 2008 interview that transformed her image from A-lister to persona non grata. Speaking to Vanity Fair, Heigl didn't hold back in criticizing Knocked Up, the Judd Apatow-directed comedy that had helped catapult her to film stardom.
I'm going to be really honest right now. I'm not. I know I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't have to think about it. I'm not a rude person. I'm not an unkind or mean person.
Her words, though arguably insightful, were perceived as hypocritical. After all, she had chosen to star in the film and reap its benefits. The fallout was swift and harsh. Industry insiders viewed her critique as ungrateful and difficult, reinforcing existing rumors of Heigl's demanding behavior on set. Not only had she infamously withdrawn her name from Emmy consideration for Grey's Anatomy in 2008, citing weak writing, but her public criticisms further alienated former collaborators like Apatow and Knocked Up co-star Seth Rogen. The repercussions were long-lasting. Heigl struggled to secure roles of similar stature, and her subsequent film choices, like The Ugly Truth, ironically reinforced the gender stereotypes she had once denounced. Her reputation as a difficult actress made high-profile projects scarce, and while she later made attempts at a career comeback, the stigma remained. Heigl's Vanity Fair interview stands as a cautionary tale. A few candid, ill-phrased comments can irreversibly alter the trajectory of a star's career, especially in the unforgiving world of Hollywood. Megan Fox. Megan Fox was at the height of her fame when one fateful interview changed everything. In 2009, while discussing her experiences on the set of Transformers with director Michael Bay, Fox made a shocking comparison. She told Wonderland magazine that working with Bay was like being with Hitler, criticizing his intense and demanding directing style. The comment, intended as hyperbolic, backfired spectacularly. Fox's words were swiftly branded unprofessional and disrespectful, especially given the high-profile nature of the Transformers franchise, which had propelled her to global stardom. The backlash wasn't limited to the public and media, it extended to Hollywood insiders. Producers Steven Spielberg and Michael Bay reportedly took significant offense, and not long after, Fox was fired from Transformers: Dark of the Moon. Bay later claimed it was Spielberg's call to remove her, although this claim has been disputed. The fallout left a lasting mark on her career. Once a sought-after leading lady, Fox's opportunities for major roles dried up. She eventually reconciled with Bay, working with him on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but the momentum she once had never fully returned. Her reputation for being outspoken, which could have been a strength, became a double-edged sword that Hollywood hesitated to embrace. Despite years of subsequent projects and a slow rebuild of her public image, the Hitler remark remains an infamous example of how a single interview can drastically alter the course of a promising career. Was Megan Fox's Hitler comment a career killer? Type yes or no in the comments. Charlie Sheen. In November 2015, Charlie Sheen shocked the world with a bombshell revelation on The Today Show. He was HIV positive. Sitting opposite Matt Lauer, Sheen disclosed his diagnosis with an unnervingly calm demeanor, hoping to end years of rumors and tabloid speculation. While many praised Sheen for his courage and openness in discussing his health, the announcement also ignited a storm of criticism and concern.
They walked in the room and said, boom, here's what's going on. It's a hard 3 letters to absorb.
Critics zeroed in on Sheen's admission that he had been aware of his status for 4 years before coming forward, sparking heated debates about whether he had recklessly endangered past sexual partners. Some women claimed they had not been informed of his diagnosis, raising serious questions about consent and transparency. Though Sheen insisted he had always disclosed his condition to partners and followed his doctor's advice, the controversy added a new layer to his already tumultuous reputation. Public reactions were sharply divided. While some felt compassion, seeing a more vulnerable side of the famously erratic actor, others remained skeptical, unwilling to overlook his history of reckless behavior, which included substance abuse and violent outbursts. The interview humanized Sheen for some, but for others, reinforced long-standing negative perceptions. The announcement also marked a turning point. Sheen's health status became a defining aspect of his public persona, overshadowing his once celebrated acting career. Although he continued to work sporadically, the interview compounded his struggle to break free from the shadow of scandal and controversy, making any full comeback seem unlikely. R. Kelly. R. Kelly's reputation took a decisive hit during an infamous 2008 interview with BET journalist Toura, in which Kelly's response to questions about his interest in underage girls raised more alarm than reassurance.
This is what they're saying about you. These aren't old rumors.
Not true. Whether they're old rumors, new rumors,
why would they
future
say this
rumors,
about you?
Not true.
The moment, marked by his failure to offer a clear and immediate denial, reinforced public suspicions about the sexual misconduct allegations that had haunted him for years. The interview became a defining moment in the media's portrayal of the R&B superstar. Instead of dispelling doubts, Kelly's ambiguous language and unsettling demeanor were widely interpreted as incriminating. Critics and viewers were shocked that someone in his position could be so unprepared or unwilling to denounce predatory behavior without hesitation. The backlash contributed to the decline of Kelly's public image, as his denials continued to be met with growing skepticism. While his music career limped along for a time, the interview compounded doubts about his character, setting the stage for the future legal battles that would engulf him. Years later, the release of Surviving R. Kelly, a damning documentary series, would prompt renewed scrutiny and public outrage, but the seeds of suspicion had already been firmly planted. Ultimately, the interview's impact lingered, playing a role in the eventual legal actions that led to his conviction. Kelly's inability to convincingly address the accusations highlighted a fatal flaw, a profound disconnect from the gravity of his situation, solidifying his legacy as a deeply controversial and disgraced figure. John Mayer. In February 2010, John Mayer gave a Playboy interview that would haunt his career for years to come, shocking fans and critics alike with a series of controversial, cringe-worthy remarks about race, sex, and his past relationships. The most notorious moment came when Mayer crudely referred to his sexual preferences, saying, "is sort of like a white supremacist. I've got a Benetton heart and David Duke's." He also casually used the N-word, claiming he should have a hood pass because of his friendships in the black community. The backlash was immediate and intense. Critics and social media users condemned Mayer's comments as both racist and sexist. Many were appalled, not only by his crass language, but also by his objectification of women and his flippant attitude towards serious racial issues. His remarks alienated fans and damaged his carefully curated image as a sensitive, introspective musician. Mayer later issued public apologies, admitting he had been a jerk and expressing regret for his choice of words. "It was arrogant of me to think I could intellectualize using that word," he said during a teary-eyed onstage apology. Despite his contrition, the damage was done. The Playboy interview significantly tarnished his reputation and made him a target of widespread criticism. While Mayer eventually made a slow comeback, focusing on a more low-profile and less provocative public persona, the incident served as a turning point. It underscored the impact that reckless words and unchecked privilege can have, transforming a beloved artist into a controversial figure overnight and forever complicating his legacy. Mel Gibson. In July 2006, Mel Gibson's career imploded following an explosive incident that revealed a darker side to the celebrated actor and director. During a DUI arrest in Malibu, Gibson launched into a tirade that shocked the arresting officer and soon after the world. He made a series of anti-Semitic remarks, including the infamous outburst, "The Jews are responsible for all the wars in the world," followed by a sneering, "Are you a Jew?" The details of his arrest and hateful language leaked quickly, sparking widespread outrage and nearly obliterating his Hollywood standing. The backlash was swift and unforgiving. Critics and advocacy groups, particularly the Anti-Defamation League, condemned Gibson's behavior, and the entertainment industry distanced itself from him almost immediately. Disney, which had been set to distribute Apocalypto, faced intense pressure to reconsider its association with the embattled star. Longtime collaborators and friends began to speak out or cut ties, signaling just how far Gibson had fallen from grace. While Gibson issued multiple apologies, claiming a struggle with alcoholism and pledging to seek help, his reputation had taken a devastating hit. The scandal sidelined him from leading roles and major directing opportunities for years. The man who had once commanded box office success and critical acclaim for films like Braveheart and The Passion of the Christ was now synonymous with hatred and bigotry. Gibson eventually began a slow rehabilitation, directing Hacksaw Ridge in 2016, which earned acclaim. However, the shadow of his 2006 arrest lingers, a cautionary reminder of how deeply hateful words can scar even the most accomplished careers, making redemption an uphill battle. Dixie Chicks. In March 2003, just days before the US invasion of Iraq, the Dixie Chicks, now known simply as The Chicks, stood at the pinnacle of country music fame. But a single offhand comment during a London concert turned their American success into a firestorm of controversy. Addressing a crowd at the Shepherd's Bush Empire, lead singer Natalie Maines expressed her disapproval of President George W. Bush, saying, "Just so you know, we're ashamed the President of the United States is from Texas." The backlash in the United States was immediate and unprecedented. Conservative media outlets and country radio stations swiftly condemned the group, leading to bans on their music and organized boycotts. Former fans smashed their Dixie Chicks CDs in public demonstrations, and the trio received death threats. The intense reaction, fueled by post-9/11 patriotic fervor, not only exiled them from the country music community but also highlighted the deeply polarized political landscape. The group's reputation, especially in the conservative heartland of their genre, took a significant hit. While they tried to defend their right to free speech, the damage had been done. The Chicks found themselves blacklisted from major country stations, and their album sales and concert attendance suffered dramatically. Despite the career-threatening consequences, the Dixie Chicks refused to back down. Their subsequent album, Taking the Long Way, featured the defiant hit Not Ready to Make Nice, which won several Grammy Awards. Still, their American career never fully recovered in country circles, and they shifted toward a more mainstream, pop-oriented sound. The 2003 comment remains a landmark example of how one politically charged remark can redefine a career and a legacy in an instant. Kanye West. Kanye West has long been a lightning rod for controversy, but two statements stand out for their massive impact on his public image and career trajectory. The first came in 2005, during a live telethon to raise funds for Hurricane Katrina relief. Standing next to a visibly uncomfortable Mike Myers, West abandoned the scripted remarks to make a bold, impromptu declaration. "George Bush doesn't care about black people." The comment immediately went viral, sparking a national debate. While many praised his courage in highlighting the government's inadequate response to the disaster, others saw it as an inappropriate and divisive outburst, damaging his mainstream appeal. The second pivotal moment came in a 2018 interview at TMZ headquarters, where West made an even more inflammatory statement. "When you hear about slavery for 400 years, that sounds like a choice. The backlash was swift and intense. Critics, historians, and fellow celebrities called out the comment as deeply ignorant and harmful. Many former fans began to distance themselves, and West's mental health and erratic behavior became subjects of widespread concern and speculation. These two moments, separated by over a decade, encapsulate the paradox of Kanye West. While the Hurricane Katrina telethon comment cemented his reputation as a fearless critic of systemic injustice, the TMZ interview marked a sharp decline, associating him with revisionist and offensive views on race. Together, these remarks significantly complicated West's public image. They transformed him from a cultural provocateur, admired for speaking uncomfortable truths, into a polarizing figure whose credibility and motives are frequently questioned. Despite ongoing musical success, these controversies have undeniably shaped West's legacy, making his career a cautionary tale of how impulsive statements, whether from righteous anger or misplaced provocativeness, can leave an indelible mark. Do you think Kanye West's comments on Hurricane Katrina and slavery were courageous or reckless? Type courageous or reckless in the comments. Alec Baldwin. In November 2013, Alec Baldwin's volatile temper led to an incident that significantly damaged his public image. During a confrontation with a paparazzo outside his Manhattan home, Baldwin reportedly shouted a homophobic slur in a moment captured on video. The footage circulated rapidly, and public backlash was swift and intense, with many expressing outrage at his use of derogatory language. In response to the uproar, Baldwin attempted to defend himself, claiming he had been misheard and that the term he used was not a slur. However, his initial denials did little to quell the criticism. He later issued a more contrite statement acknowledging the seriousness of his words and stating, "I apologize to those I offended and will continue to learn from this." Despite his apology, advocacy groups and media commentators emphasized that there should be no tolerance for such language, especially from a public figure. The incident had immediate professional consequences. MSNBC cancelled his talk show Up Late with Alec Baldwin after only a few weeks on air, citing the controversy as a major factor. Baldwin's reputation as a hot-headed and unpredictable celebrity was further cemented, and the incident became yet another example of his long history of public outbursts overshadowing his acting achievements. Though Baldwin continued to work in Hollywood, including his prominent role on Saturday Night Live, the 2013 confrontation stands out as a cautionary reminder of how a moment of rage, especially one laced with offensive language, can inflict long-term damage on a career. Gilbert Gottfried. In March 2011, just days after a devastating tsunami struck Japan, Gilbert Gottfried's penchant for dark, boundary-pushing humor led to a career-altering controversy. The comedian posted a series of jokes on Twitter that made light of the disaster, which had left thousands dead and millions affected. One particularly offensive tweet read, "Japan is really advanced. They don't go to the beach comes to them." The backlash was immediate and fierce. Fans and critics alike denounced the remarks as cruel and deeply inappropriate given the immense human suffering still unfolding. Aflac, the insurance company for which Gottfried had provided the iconic voice of the Aflac duck for over a decade, swiftly cut ties. Quote from Aflac, "Gilbert's recent comments about the crisis in Japan were lacking in humor and certainly do not represent the thoughts and feelings of anyone at Aflac," the company stated. Despite Gottfried's later apology saying, "I meant no disrespect and my thoughts are with the victims," the damage was done. Losing the Aflac role not only cost him financially, but also signaled a sharp decline in his career opportunities. The incident stands as a sobering reminder of how jokes made in poor taste, especially in the age of social media, can have devastating professional consequences. Even for a comedian known for edgy humor, the tsunami tweets were a step too far, forever altering the course of his career. Gary Neville. In February 2016, Gary Neville faced the cameras after a crushing 7-0 defeat to Barcelona as Valencia's head coach. The post-match interview, meant to explain or defend his team's performance, instead turned into an infamous moment that highlighted his struggles and, arguably, hastened his departure. Neville's dismissive and defensive tone only fueled the growing criticism surrounding his brief and tumultuous managerial stint in Spain. "I won't sleep well tonight," Neville admitted. But rather than offering a clear strategy for improvement, he deflected, suggesting that the result was simply down to the extraordinary quality of the opposition. Barcelona can do that to teams, he said, failing to acknowledge tactical missteps or inspire confidence in his leadership. Critics pounced on his refusal to take more responsibility. Spanish media and fans had already grown impatient with his lack of experience and inability to stabilize a struggling team, and the interview reinforced perceptions of him being out of his depth. His casual tone and downplaying of the catastrophic loss left many doubting whether he possessed the tactical acumen needed for top-level management. Just weeks later, Neville was sacked after only 4 months in charge, leaving a record of mixed results and a series of demoralizing defeats. The Barcelona debacle and his infamous post-match remarks remain a cautionary tale about the perils of inexperience in high-pressure roles, especially when compounded by an inability to convincingly address failure in the public eye. Roseanne Bar. In May 2018, Roseanne Barr's long and tumultuous career took a devastating nosedive, all due to a single tweet that ignited a firestorm of backlash. The comedian and actress, whose Roseanne reboot had recently achieved massive success on ABC, posted a tweet comparing Valerie Jarrett, a former advisor to President Obama, to a cross between the Muslim Brotherhood and Planet of the Apes. The comment was widely condemned as racist and offensive, and the fallout was immediate and severe. ABC acted quickly, cancelling the highly rated Roseanne reboot the same day, with network president Channing Dungey calling the tweet abhorrent, repugnant, and inconsistent with our values. The backlash didn't stop there. Barr became a pariah overnight, facing condemnation from former co-stars, celebrities, and audiences who had once embraced her as a groundbreaking, working-class voice in television. Barr attempted damage control in subsequent interviews, claiming that her remarks had been misunderstood and attributing the tweet to the effects of Ambien, a medication she was taking at the time. "I thought white," she shouted in one bizarre video clip, trying to defend her comment as a misunderstanding. None of these explanations mitigated the damage, and the public remained unconvinced. The pharmaceutical company behind Ambien even issued a statement saying, "Racism is not a known side effect of any of our medications." The scandal marked a dramatic end to Barr's second act in Hollywood. Although The Conners, a Roseanne spin-off without Barr, continued successfully, her career never recovered. The incident serves as a potent reminder of the destructive potential of social media, where one offensive post can obliterate decades of work and goodwill. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of celebrity secrets, don't forget to like and subscribe to Iconic Inside. Hit that bell to turn on notifications so you never miss an update. And before you go, have you ever wondered what happens to celebrities who suddenly vanish from the spotlight? Our previous video, 15 blacklisted celebrities who mysteriously disappeared, explores shocking cases that'll leave you guessing. Click the link on the screen to watch it now. Thanks for joining us. Stay curious, and we'll see you next time.